Hey there, welcome heroes to another episode of Be a Hero Gaming. I realized when I did the ISS Vanguard unboxing a while back, I never unboxed the Lost Fleet expansion. And after I stopped the video, I just thought, well, we'll just do another video to break it up a little bit to do this as well. Something else that I realized was this box also contains some of the stretch goals from the campaign. I had emailed Awakened Realms and said, hey, I never got a stretch goals box. And they said, well, some of them are in the main game and the rest are in this box. So this is an expansion of the game as well as some of the stretch goals from the campaign. We're gonna open this up and take a look at it. A couple of you may have seen a Shadow Dark video I posted a couple of days ago. I took that video down. I just didn't like the way it turned out. And so I'm gonna redo that video. And so stay tuned for some more Shadow Dark RPG stuff. I'm excited to put that up. That looks like a really cool game, and I'm super excited about it. But I just didn't like that video and the way it turned out, so I took that down, and we're going to redo that. Now, traveling through space. If you watched the ISS Vanguard unboxing, you probably heard me talk about my son and how he felt uncomfortable going to a dance and didn't really want to go and felt like we were forcing him to go, but we wanted him to get that social experience to level up in his social skills. Now, I imagine traveling through space would be not very comfortable. It seems really cool to be flying around in the ship, but actually doing it would be extremely uncomfortable. And that happens to us all the time in our lives. My wife was just telling me this morning about a good friend of hers who she really likes, but has been doing and saying some things lately that have really bothered her. And I told her, why don't you just go talk to her about it? And she said, nah, I just feel so uncomfortable. It just seems so weird and awkward to go talk to her about it. But the alternative is to let all this resentment build up to the point where you just explode. So you don't want to go there. You don't want to be in the middle of space and you run out of oxygen or your oxygen cylinders explode and that's it. So it's a lot better to place yourself in an uncomfortable situation to resolve that. Discomfort is the pathway to conflict resolution and leveling up ourselves. So if you're in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, socially, with a friend, with a family member, just talk about it, figure it out. If they really care about you, they really are your friend, they'll understand and they'll want to resolve the conflict just like you will. So hopefully after we play a game, we go out and resolve a conflict. We're being heroes in real life. That's kind of the goal of this channel, is to have fun and be a hero. Now I'm gonna unbox this. I'm really excited to do that. But first, I wanted to just show you really quick, I put together the ISS Vanguard box. I want to show you that really quick. So the cool thing is inside the manual here, the first few pages show you how to organize your box. And now, game components. If you watched my Gloomhaven video, you saw me gripe about the fact that everything does not fit in the box and you have to buy this super expensive organizer in order to get it all in there. And others have commented and said that there's actually cheaper ways to do that. I wish I would have known about that beforehand, but anyway, I spent money on it. But I like this because, again, it shows you right here, page 1. Here's how you organize this white box. Shows you where you put all the dividers, where you put all the cards. The other box here shows you how to organize it. And also what do they call them? The section boxes here. It's not really a character class. They call it a section. And then the way to start these pages for the binder. So really cool that this kind of goes through all that and shows you how to organize everything in there. I'm super excited to play the tutorial. The thing that I'm kind of nervous about, as I looked on here and it said, let's see here, tutorial, estimated play time, 3 to 4 hours. Yikes. I typically don't buy games that take that long to play, but I think the box said it was like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and maybe that means once you get going it's that long, but that's going to be a little lengthy, but we'll try to pound through that and get to the game. I am excited to play this game. Let me show you why. Because as I was opening up all these cards, I think the artwork on these cards is just amazing and really captivating. It makes you feel kind of otherworldly at some of these cards here. These are all, I think, things you're going to run into. They have little descriptions on the back here. Now that I've got these open, I can show them to you here. Now, these are the section boxes here. And what those mean is that they have ability cards for I can't remember who the blue one is, but whatever the blue guy is, engineering or recon, or I can't remember what they are. These are not just sleeves to protect your cards, but they're actually rank sleeves. So you put a character in here and the one, a little dash here means they're rank 1. And then they become rank 2. and then eventually you get them to rank 3. And now as they rank up, you'll see here, this is a rank 1 ability card. So when you start out, you just have some of these rank 1 ability cards. And then as you I guess, get higher in rank, you can jump up to the level rank 2 ability cards, and then eventually the rank 3 ability cards. What's that still to? Rank 3 ability cards, which I imagine give you more stronger, more powerful abilities. Really looking forward to that, to ranking those guys up and seeing what's in store for them there. Now, this other box here, I showed before, there was a whole bunch of these, what do they call these? Point of interest. So all these cards here are point of interest cards that are going to be laid out on the map or the book that you open up. That's going to be a point of interest that you stop at and have to do something to progress to the next thing. So a whole bunch of cool stuff to explore here. These are tutorial decks, which you're going to open up to start the tutorial. They say that don't open those yet. Back here you have the mission cards, all the missions you're going to achieve, and these here are global conditions. So a lot of global conditions that can happen. Pretty cool. These are all the discoveries here that you're going to come upon, and they're organized into groups. And I think they're like plant discoveries and animal discoveries or minerals or something like that. But each one of them are different groups of discoveries that you can make along the way. Unique discoveries is going to be something really interesting you're going to find. And then you see here the rest of the event, or the rest of these small cards are events, injuries, and rank ups. That's all these cards here. I'm really excited about all these points of interest to get out and explore there. This box here contains another bunch of cards here. These here are going to be all the armory cards. So unavailable equipment is everything, because I haven't gotten anything yet, but all of this stuff, equipment you can get, pretty cool to explore all that. These are all your crew members. So all these crew members, when someone gets taken out of service, you can grab another crew member out of here. Landing cards, different planets you can explore here, recorded planets. So it says on the back, don't read the back of this yet until you start playing the game. Facility upgrades. You're going to have upgrades to your facilities that you're going to be at, possible situations, future situations, research projects. A bunch of research projects you can take place in. And then I think these cards here are referred to the ship phase of the game. So again, once I went through all these cards, I got a little bit more excited to play the game when I saw all the artwork and all the different things that you can find. And speaking of which, so in here, I imagine these are all different things you can manufacture or build. They look like little structures or robots or like defense systems for all these tokens here. The game did not come with these bags. I bought these off of Amazon. You can look on there for just, I think they're like 3.5 by 2.5 or something. But just look for dimension. You can buy a whole box of these bags that are really nice for storing game components. Again, other tokens here for playing the game, for taking your turn, drawing cards, waiting. Different things can happen to you there. This bag, however, did come with the game. And I don't know that these are all supposed to go in here, but it had this star, lightning bolt, and these arrows on here. So I put all those tokens in here, which I think that's what you're supposed to do, because that's what was on the bag. But it did come with this one bag here. And then I took all the standees out of the bag so that they would fit better down the bottom in there. Okay. All the dice, they did come with these bags for all the dice here. So they're still all in their little individual bags here. These are all the ships that you're going to use, or your landers. I think this is the one you start out with. But all these cool ships you can get upgraded to or change out to, or I'm not sure how you get these, but pretty cool. I'm sure these different ships are going to offer you different advantages to landing on the planet. A whole bunch of standees here for strange alien life and robots and all kinds of cool stuff that's going to show up along the way as you're exploring the different planets. And then again, to put the purple cubes in another bag down there that, again, it didn't come with. But I just wanted to show you that all this stuff fits very nicely back in the box here, which is a super plus for me. I love that when it has all this, you can just put it all back in there. Now on this piece here that goes on the top, there are these little hollowed out areas that I imagine you could put some of the tokens into here and up into here. I just didn't want them to fall out if I turned the box sideways or something. That's why I put them in the bags, and they fit down in there with the dice. So then all this stuff fits right back into the box here. Here's the ship book that's all put together here. And the The manual goes through exactly how to put all this into here. Tells you when you're starting a new game to put these 3 cards in the first page here, and this card in here, and it just basically walks you through all this, where to put these pages and which cards to stick in here, and then a 3 to 4 hour tutorial on how to do that. Oh, here's your first Space Ranger ship here. That's going to be your lander to start out. Pretty cool. And no discoveries yet. I haven't discovered anything yet, but I'm really excited to do that now that this is all put together and ready to go. We'll grab this and set this aside now. But again, everything fits right back in the box here. That's another pet peeve of mine, is when you get a game and you take everything out of the box and it doesn't fit back in the box once you've disassembled everything. Here's your Planetopedia book here. That again, your first mission here, where you're going to show up and lay those point of interest cards out onto here, so you can get to the end of this scenario here. So everything fits nicely right back in the box there. Put the lid back on here, and let's grab that Lost Fleet box and let's see what's inside of there. Okay, we'll rip the package off of this here, and again, it says on the back of the box here, if you flip it over, that this is, The Lost Fleet is a continuation of the best-selling game ISS Vanguard. Again, and it says on the front, I guess it doesn't say expansion, but obviously you need the main game to play this, and all the grayed out stuff does not come in this box. They just wanted you to be aware of. But I had emailed Awakened Realms, and they said, oh, did you get the Lost Fleet box? That has all the stretch goals in it. Okay, good to know. Let's see what's inside here. Okay, so you get a rule book for the Lost Fleet. So it looks like, oh, this is not very thick. This is like 8 pages. Okay, so we have a standee chart here. And so it looks like these guys come with the Lost Fleet over here. And this are base game standees. So see, these are some of the standees that come with the base game. Look pretty cool. These sprout plants, this awakened bug, and these crazy guys here, and looks like some missiles coming at you there. That might be bad. And then some of these other robots and stuff here, and Pioneer Outpost. Pretty cool stuff. But again, doesn't look like there's a whole lot of additional rules to the Lost Fleet. Page 1 looks like a little bit of flavor text here. Page 2 is going to give you some game contents. Page 3 is going to be how to set the campaign up. More on setting up the campaign. Looks like maybe it comes with an additional page to stick in your book, page 41. Prepare the logbook. All right, how to set up your dice to start playing. Starting your game. Okay, so just a couple of brief rules here. Total of 8 pages, some of which is just game contents to get this game going. Very good. You have a new Planetopedia, which is going to have some new, I don't know if we want to look too much into this, but some new locations to head off to here, which are, oh, crazy. Which I imagine is going to have probably some new points of interest as well that are going to match up with this. Okay, so here's your pages that are going to go in your binder here. There's a few of them here. 4 new pages. Star map. Hacked ship facilities. We have debriefing. And again, I don't remember what all those pages were called in there. If these are the same pages with just updated rules on them, unloading, or if this is a whole new game mechanic. I imagine it's going to be a whole new game mechanic. Oh, medbay. So they have medbay in the other game. And then save point is also in the other game. So it's possible that these could be specific to this survivor quarters. Could be specific to this expansion. So here's a couple more pages you're going to stick in the book there. This one's numbered, and then this one has diplomacy, obedience. Could be some new mechanics in this expansion. Oh, we have a box to put something in. Here are the new standees. Oh, you're gonna have some pretty cool looking. Oh man, this art is so cool. I play a lot of fantasy games, and so it's kind of cool to do something a little more sci-fi-ish, just to change things up a little bit. On the back, looks like the same thing on the back here. So there's the tokens that it comes with there. system maps. Okay, so what this is, and the base game has this as well, you're going to travel from system to system, which is basically a group of planets. And so you're going to open this up, and you're going to be at one area, and it's going to tell you what you need to do to progress to the next system, to explore the next area. And you're going to show up there, and as far as I understand what I've seen from it already is that there's going to be all kinds of things showing up there. Anomalies, planets that are destroyed and not there anymore, and other planets with life and discoveries to be made. So pretty cool to get going through that. All right, here we have our new ship, it looks like. Cool, the Sabertooth. All right, and again, the phases of the game is first you're going to put your crew together. You're going to load them on board the ship, and you've got to land the ship on the planet successfully before you can explore the planet. And so it comes with a little ship standee that you're going to land down on the planet, and once you explore away from that on the map, you got to get back to the ship to take back off and head back to the mothership. So here you have the Saber. Oh, here's another one, the Leviathan. Oh, very cool. So again, as you're landing with your crew on these ships, each different ship is going to grant you different abilities. You see these numbers are different up here than they are over here. Different amounts of supplies. Yep, this one's got a little more starting supplies here. Supplies you're going to lose along the way if bad things happen to you. But you got to land your ship, then you can explore the planet, then you got to jump back on and head back to the mothership. So a couple new ships that come with this game. These are the operations book and the log book, which again is going to have kind of like the story that you're going to go through. So it's going to say at some point, open up the log book to log number 1316. You're going to read through here. And I do believe they have an app for this too. So if you don't want to read it yourself, you can listen to the app, and it sounds like they're talking on a radio. Kind of cool, adds a little more immersion to the game. I don't like using electronics when I'm playing a board game. I want to have like the game be on the table, and I try to avoid that if I can. But hey, it might be kind of fun to listen to the app. So it's going to have you read from the logbook to tell you what's going on and what's happening. Okay, and then we got another, oh, look at this. Another perfectly organized little tray here. Don't need that. Perfectly organized little tray here again. This is wonderful. I love that when games do this. This is my first Awakened Realms game. I have several others that are on their way, and I anticipate it being kind of just like this, that it's going to be all in this nice little tray. Is there anything underneath here? Always check underneath, see if there's any secret things hidden under there. Nope, nothing under there. But again, what are we going to have here? Some more equipment items. So you saw before there was those square equipment items I had in the box. There's about this many of them. Here's some new equipment items that will either be added or these will be used in place of the ones in the main game. But additional equipment items, just to add a little more to the game. Some more dice. So these are white dice. I believe the other ones were all colored. These are all white and could have new game mechanics on them. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, and here's all of the ship cards. And again, these bigger cards, I think, are all this kind of stuff that you can discover along the way. It's nice that these are just I can take them out of the package and I can just put them right back down into there. Here's the Sabertooth. There's the Leviathan. Cool. Reference card. These are handy to have around to reference the dice rolls and what they mean. Another reference card there. Okay. Cool. A bunch of new maybe enemies or something that are going to be showing up here. The Sprouts plant looks pretty scary. The Awakened Bug. Oh, that thing looks like it's kind of like glitching out there. Cool. All right, very cool. Excited to check out all these things. Got to get through the main game first, but we got all these things to check out too. Okay, here's those diplomacy things they were talking about. So the other game has morale, where if your ship's crew's morale reaches a low point, you basically, I think, just lose the game. So you want to keep morale high. It looks like in this game, you also want to have diplomacy at a high level. Extra missions for the game. And more points of interest. Okay, so not quite as many as the main game that came with a whole bunch of these. But again, you're going to have a point of interest. You're going to lay this out, and I think you flip, I don't know if you flip it over, but it tells you something to do. I guess this is on the back. It tells you what to do on here in order to progress to the next point. And then again, once you progress through all those points, you eventually want to make it back to your ship to head back to the mothership. More points of interest. And I believe this is more points of interest. Oh, these are section cards. Okay. So remember, the section cards are the, and these might be a point of interest here too. Maybe it's kind of both of those mixed together here. Again, the section cards are, this was confusing for me at first. This is like the character class, the engineer, the recon, and all those. These section cards are what grant you the abilities that you'll have this hand of cards, or like a deck of cards you'll draw a few from, that you'll be able to use while you're playing. Okay, so a lot of the same things, a couple of different things with the diplomacy and a couple of different dice, some new ships, but looks like it's just going to add a lot more excitement to the game. Again, traveling through space can be scary, can be uncomfortable. If there's something out there that you're facing that's making you uncomfortable, just go take care of it. Just go climb over that mountain, and I promise you, you'll like what you see on the other side. Keep playing games, guys. Be heroes, and take care.